I wanted to take a walk to show you some of the things that I found growing underneath the wisteria and some of the things that have started to grow back in now that I've cleared the area out. So this open area, you can see the trees, some grass is starting to grow back in. It used to all look like that section over there. And since I've cleared it out, noticed a couple of really interesting things that I'm happy to have survived or still growing pretty well. So this is the American pawpaw tree. And it's one of the trees that I'll touch on in one of the future videos, so we won't give it too much time today. You can see the grass starting to come back in now that it's getting some light. These are the runners from wisteria, from the ground roots. Just pull it and see. It just trails underground, above ground, trying to get to the light. It is growing back in. It'll come back out during the winter time. It's a little bit easier to see what you're cutting into whenever a lot of the foliage is falling off the trees. So the goal is to clear it out and not damage anything growing that I want to keep. Here's a little, could be propagating up from the roots. It's going to grow into a pawpaw tree. Another plant that I'm happy to see is coming in pretty well is it's the common milkweed. It's another one that I'll do an individual section on whenever I catch it blooming. It'll be next year. Already missed the blooming window for this. So milkweed is a really important host for the monarch butterfly, and it's one of the plants that are pivotal in conservation efforts. These are the seed pods. There's tons of seeds in there. They're green right now, but over time they'll dry out and the seeds will release. So the monarchs in their migration will lay their eggs on milkweed. And that is one of the carrier plants essential to their migration and life cycle. There's a little beetle here. It's having a little munch on milkweed. Gets its name from this latexy white sap that comes out. It's toxic. It's to help try to dissuade things from eating it, but like most things, if there's something to eat, then something's figured out a way to do it. This is another interesting flower that I wanted to talk about. Grows up on a stalk, grows back every year. It's a pretty thick woody stalk. These are the mature, dried out seed pods. You can see them starting to split open. Each of these, oh, look at all them little bugs in there. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to mess up your sleep. Each of these seed pods, you split open. You can see all kinds of little seeds in there. So these seeds belong to the swamp mallow. It's a plant in the hibiscus family. It is native to our region, the southeastern United States. And whenever it blooms, it produces really elegant large flowers. And got a couple of places here in this wisteria hedge that it's growing in pretty well. And hopefully, when we walk over a little bit further, I'll be able to show you some of the blooming flowers. So we'll come up the hill a little bit. So now we're back a little bit of ways into an alcove that I cleared out. Just trying to make my way around this shrub here. And you can't really tell what it is because it's still pretty tangled up and everything, but once I get it free, I'll do a video on him. You can see up top here, he is still doing his best to make it happen. Oh. If I can reach. All right, let's show it if we can get to it. It's mostly eaten. I'll just snap it off. This well-eaten bouquet of berries belongs to the American elderberry. Birds absolutely love these things. I've come out here a couple of times to see if I could get a couple of ripe berries, and I have not managed to do so. So they start out as green, turning red, and when they're ripe, they darken, turn a deep violet color. Again, this is the American elderberry. It's not something that you'd want to eat raw off the stem. It will upset your stomach, but after cooking, it's a nice, sweet little treat. And we'll throw it over there. Something will come along and finish them off. Looking out into this, and most of this is towards the end of its growth cycle. This is pokeweed. It also has dark purple berries. These are really dried out, about to fall off. I'll try to see if I can't find some livelier ones a little bit further on. This stuff grows pretty aggressive. You can see the wisteria's trying to use it as support, but the way that it grows thin at the bottom and thick up top makes it difficult for the wisteria to grow well, which is one of the reasons why I haven't bothered cutting it back. The birds also love these berries. It's another good reason to keep it around until I figure out something a little bit better to do with this area. The only reason I really care to try to get rid of it, and that's going to be something that comes up for a few of the other plants that I know grow in this area, is the berries are poisonous more than the elderberry. It's not saying that eating one or two will kill you as a grown adult, but if you have a child and curiosity gets the best of them, it can lead to a trip to the emergency room. And that is the motivator for clearing this stuff out. I do have a child, and she is coming into the age where she's going to start wandering around, and if she's anything like me, she's definitely going to be tempted to put some of this stuff in her mouth to figure out what it is. So this plant here is the common ragweed, and you can see some of the pollen coming off. It's a great plant to have around for the animals. This is also one of the main contributors to seasonal allergies. People with hay fever probably have some gripe with this one. Something else using the pokeweed as a trellis. These lovely violet flowers belong to the morning glory. Here's its heart-shaped leaves. And this is what happens to the flowers after they've been pollinated. They close up into these dry little fruits full of seeds. These can range in a variety of color. Oh, there's a good example right there. This might be a different plant. Nope. It's also morning glory. White with purple. Morning glories have these markings inside of them. Kind of looks like a star. You can see it really clearly on this white one. And you can see it as a darkened shading on this purple blue. It's really showy flowers. Here's more berries of the pokeweed. These are a little bit more fresh. You can see, looking at them, they might be convincing that there's something edible. It almost looks like a blueberry. Oh, drop that one. Again, these are not something you want to eat. They are toxic. That being said, the greens of them, those younger shoots, can be boiled, and there's no green left. Yeah, the green leaves can be boiled and made into almost like a collard dish. I've never tried it before. I'm not a big fan of greens, but it does have history as a food staple. Here's another example of one of the plants I was talking about earlier. It's the Rose-mallow. You can see a good bit of things have been eating into this. Unlike some of the other stuff I've been talking about, the Rose-mallow, every part of it is considered edible. I'll probably stay away from the woody stem once it grows in, but the leaves and the seed pods, which would usually be right here, something has eaten all these. Given the height, it's most likely a deer. But for these, being closer to the ground, could have also been a deer, or it could have been pulled over by the groundhog that lives somewhere in this. He is a very, very well-fed groundhog, and I see him all over the property. This thorny bush here, oh really thorny, is a blackberry, and we are out of the flowering season for it. It's still growing in, really lush, green and thorny. They are Wonderful plants to have around. I don't know if you can see the thorns on this guy, but they have a reverse hook on them. So if you get it stuck on you, they can be a little difficult to get off of clothing or out of your skin. Again, out of the alternatives, it's safe to eat, good to have, native, just a little painful.